Hey, what's up, guys? Maltosier, and we're back with some more cross-examining. So let's now I can control the game. All right, so we're back with some more cross-examining. Let's see what's going on here. As usual during the recent races, I was camped out on the third hairpin, and I've been there all evening. No cars at pass. Okay, so let's actually go back. Sorry, that was the first one.
Hold it!
You didn't say anything unusual? Nothing that would raise concern? Not at all. I was pacing to try and keep warm while the snow was falling. He's right. It was particularly odd that evening. That night. Cold. Not odd. What the fuck? Hear anything? Sorry, no. I had my headphones on and I was listening to music. Anyway, I'd been there for some time when my radio went off to say that the race had started. And I braced to take pictures. Oh, wait, shit. Go back. Hold it!
Hold it!
Do they actually have more than one recording for that? Because it sounds like she's slightly saying it differently every time. What sort of camera do you use? I possess a vast range of bodies and glass. Glass? He's referring to lenses, Aquila? Correct. Are you a photographer, Mr. Hawk? I dabble. But on the particular night in question, I was using a Canicon. Oh, I see. Those two different... Okay, great. SOE 1000 DS with a telelens and Minpix model. I heard the sound of squealing tires, but no cars passed. I ran up the side of the road to see what was going on.
Hold it!
Okay, that sounded different from the last one, too. So it's actually like a random sound. I like that. I like that there's variation in it. Why did you pick that moment to run out the course? I've shot this corner multiple times, so I have a pretty good idea of how long it should take. Between hearing the tire squeal on the previous corner and seeing the cars pass by. It had just been that bit too long. And everything went quiet. In truth, it was disconcerting. It made sense to investigate. Oh my god, the mouse! God damn it! Anyways, when I got there from a distance, I saw the three accused around the victim's car.
Hold it!
Okay, that was 100% different. You didn't think to call out to them? To get closer and ask what was going on? I wanted to, believe me, but then I saw Hank and Keisuke remove Clara's body from her car, and I was hit with a sudden sense of foreboding, like it witnessed something I wasn't supposed to see. So instead I hefted up my camera and... that's when I snapped the photo. I hate to say it, but they all looked very suspicious.
Hold it!
Is it just me, or is it getting more loud and intense every time I spam it? Is that how it goes? It's not random. Does it just get more intense the more I spam hold it? Why do you say suspicious? You don't think three people crowded around a dead person tends to look suspicious? I don't think... Psst, Nina. Don't forget, you go to crime scenes, you kind of see a lot of dead people. Think about his perspective. He was only watching for long enough to take a picture. Do we have anything which clears up the actions of Hank and the others? What were they really doing? Yeah, they were trying to give him CPR. So I guess that's what I'm just gonna... I guess I kind of... That doesn't make sense. What does it? Marco's conclusion is totally wrong. I mean, we spent... Yeah. Oh, wait. Did I accidentally just not press two statements? I thought that was the end of the statement. I meant we spent yesterday investigating. We probably just know more than he does. Maybe we have some evidence to crush one of his assumptions. Okay. The radio went on to say the pictures, heard the squealing tires. When I got there from a distance, I saw the three accused. That's when I saw what I hate to say, but they look very suspicious. Okay, so this is where I'm going to probably have to object to him. Using, does anyone here talk about it specifically? Do I have, like, someone's account? These are not accounts. Okay, that's not good either. Okay, how do I do this? Where do they talk about it? I don't even remember where they talk about it anymore. Did I not? Oh, wait, is it the profiles? No, that's not it either. No, that's all wrong. Do I actually not have anybody's testimony on this? That's not useful at all. Okay, well... Let me go back. Let me try pressing the other two statements first that I skipped by accident. This one. Okay, so let me continue.
Hold it!
You didn't look back to see what was going on? Sorry, I must confess. Once I started, I didn't stop, not even for a moment. After that, I went home to develop the photograph. I thought it would be important.
Hold it!
Develop the photograph? You use a film camera? Yes. In this decade? What are you trying to say? It just seems a bit quaint. Aren't you a professional? Art isn't just in the taking, but in every step of the process. Every moment of sweat and toil can contribute to the final image. So many little imperfections at every stage create a kind of organic warmth. Digital works, by comparison, are cold. Where do you even get the materials to develop the pictures? Well, you get them via the internet. What, so digital cameras are out, but online shopping is fine?
Objection!
Your Honor, the nitty-gritty of the witness's process are not on trial here. Sustained. This doesn't make sense. What is it? Marco's conclusions. Okay, so that didn't help us. I don't know what the heck I could... Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me look through my evidence real quick, alright? So... Aces believe Clara was driving unusually during the ace race. Cause of death. Instant death due to... Oh yeah, wait, is this it? Did they think they dragged her out to kill her or something? Did they not know? Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Missing wheel. Wheel was missing in the car crash. License plate was missing. GM cars in Japan where they drive on the left, so the driver's seat is on the right. Yes, okay. Keys to my car. Dead victim. Ace of Hearts accused of killing Clara Mass. Yeah, okay, great. That's not useful. No. No. The rostra passes the term for roads near the rostra spire. They're disused due to a new bypass road. Yeah. Too many tire tracks. I'm already stuck. I don't know how bad this is that I'm already stuck. I feel like that's pretty bad. Alright, let me look through everything he said again, alright? At least this isn't Danganronpa where there's a freaking time limit. As usual, during recent races, I was camped out on the third hairpin. I've been there all evening, no cars had passed. Yes, okay. Radio went off, had to say the race started. Yep. I heard the sound of squealing tires, but no cars passed. I ran up the side of the road to see what was going on. When I got there from a distance, I saw the three accused around the victim's car. From the photo, I hate to say it, but they looked very suspicious. I wanted to call 911, but the reception was poor. I had to run back to hairpin 3 to make the call. After that, I went home to develop the photographs. Okay, so that... I'm pretty sure I gotta do something about them looking suspicious, but I don't know how to say it. I mean, I feel like... Okay. Photo of the ace of the Clara's body. Man, that... All street racing cars have darkened windows. Even if you stand next to them, you can't see inside. I don't know what to do here. This is so confusing. How do I say that they're wrong? He's wrong. Am I focusing on the wrong thing here? Should I be looking at the cause of death with this instant... I'm gonna do it.
Objection!
Dude, am I a god at this game? Marco, would you say that you're an expert in photograph analysis? I have an eye for detail if that's what you're saying. And by your measure, the photo of the three defendants looks suspicious. Well, given that the three of them today stand accused of murder... Your Honor, while the photograph in question does show the defendants around the body of the accused, it does not show a murder.
Objection!
Are you seriously suggesting that it's not of importance? Well, it may not show the moment of the murder. They're dragging her body from the car.
Objection!
Check the cause of death among the evidence. The liner notes that at Clara's body bore signs that post-mortem someone attempted to give her CPR. Oh, did it say that on the description and I've been skipping over it? I mean, I guess it's possible. Whoops. That person, by his own admission, was Hank Castle, one of the accused. Yeah, in fact, Your Honor, Marco's statement, while presented honestly, is nothing more than his opinion due to his high circumstantial perspective. The defense moves that it be disregarded from this case. Is that so? Why does he look so pleased? I've got a bad feeling. I'm forced to agree with Miss Aquila in this instance. While the scene depicted in the photograph may seem suspicious to a certain context, it seems the explanation could be perfectly innocent. This is some very foreboding music. Something's not right about this. This photo thing, the CPR and the cause of death. These are far too obvious. Chad doesn't make those sort of mistakes. That means while it could form part of a body of evidence, it is not an in of itself conclusive. Marco West, you may vacate the witness stand. Perhaps I'll see you at the manicure place later? I'll be shocked if we get out of here anywhere near early enough. But tomorrow, perhaps? Mr. Hawk? Yes, Your Honor? It is not often that I express doubt on your skills as a prosecutor, but you made it very clear in this case that the prosecution was pursuing murder in the first degree. As of this moment, I see no evidence of this. Your Honor, may the prosecution make some supplementary remarks? Of course, but please be brief. I don't like the sound of this. It is my belief that anyone, no matter how guilty, can be a decent human being. That they can step forward and have the courage to ask for the mercy of the court. I look upon such people with some respect, but events earlier in this hearing have turned this case into a farce. What do you mean? The prosecution is aware of certain evidence that suggests that one person in this court is obstructing justice. What is he talking about? Chad's suggesting someone here isn't telling the truth. What did I miss? They are fully aware of their guilt, but they have chosen not to speak up. Perhaps they believe that we would not discover their secret. Or maybe they'd rather drag their friends down with them. So be it. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call... Your Honor? Yes, defendant? I wish to change my plea. This isn't really the proper time. To NOLO CONTENDERE. What does that mean? What the hell is she doing? Nina, what's Nolan Contador? It's NOLO CONTENDERE. It means no contest. But that would mean that she's admitting to the crime. It's almost like making a confession. Chad must have intended for this to happen all along. Did he get to Jocelyn? Or does he really have compelling evidence? You couldn't. I don't believe it. I can't. Order, order. Your Honor, I must protest. I don't believe the defendant appreciates the ramifications of... Ask her. What? Ask her what it means. Miss Montefiore? It means that the proceedings continue, but I am to be presumed guilty unless proven innocent. She seems to understand perfectly well. Then she should make a statement. Your Honor, the defense wishes to cross-examine Miss Montefiore. I thought you'd never ask. The prosecution would like to call Jocelyn Montefiore to the witness stand. I'm so sorry, Nina, Hank, everyone. Witness, can you describe what happened around the time of death, of Clara Mass's death from your perspective? I hit something. Something? I didn't want to lose. I was so jealous of Clara. She was so perfect. Every gear change, every drift. I went to the mountain that night determined to beat her, no matter the cost. We were approaching the second hairpin, and Clara's lights went out. I knew that's when she would be making her move. I wanted to win. The next thing I knew, I felt a jolt. A jolt? An impact on my passenger side. Passenger side. Okay. Only then did I notice that I'd veered off my line to try and block Clara's path. The next thing we knew, we rounded the corner and Clara's car had crashed. I mean, we did hear an impact just prior to the incident. You two, don't be ridiculous. Jocelyn wouldn't hurt a fly. I'm not happy about it either, Hank, but how do you expect it? How do you explain it? I did it. I wanted to beat her. I wanted to win. I killed Clara Mass. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Your Honor, the prosecution wishes to highlight two pieces of evidence. When Clara Mass's car was found, it had extensive damage on the driver's side. Meanwhile, Miss Montefiore's car had significant damage on its passenger side. So this is the time I get to use the whole door thing, right? So that's why Chad was at the police impound. Nina? I've got to say, I agree with Hank. Jocelyn's dedicated, but she's no murderer. Hasn't that ship sailed? She just admitted to it. Not necessarily. The mind is a powerful thing. You can convince yourself that the sky is green if you try hard enough. Sometimes, if people are confronted with evidence, they'll join the dots all on their own. She feels guilty and there's a convincing theory that she's guilty, so she thinks she's guilty. That doesn't make it true. Your Honor, may the defense begin our cross-examination? You may, Miss Aquila. Witness statement. I remember it like it was a movie scene. I can play it over and over in my head. I looked in my mirror and I saw the moment that Clara's headlights went out. I was so determined to block her that I veered to the right, and bang, it must have been Clara's AG-88. The moments later, Clara was dead. Oh God, what have I done? I'm almost sympathetic, Miss Montefiore. I'm sorry that your actions have led you to this point. Miss Aquila, please begin your cross-examination. I don't believe Jocelyn did it. I believe she believes she did, but I don't think she could commit murder, even if she wanted to. There's gotta be something which proves it, or this is all gonna be over before it even starts. Do I got a new examination song? Nope. I remember it like it was a movie scene. I can play it over and over in my head.
Hold it!
Sorry, Jocelyn. I'm aware that this is very distressing for you, but when we spoke yesterday, you weren't quite so committal. I wasn't sure. It was dark and snowing, and I couldn't be certain what I hit at the time. I hoped against hope that when they examined my car, so they'd somehow find it wasn't Clara. But then the prosecutor came to see me last night, and he mentioned about the damage to the cars. I still hoped something would come up today, as I'm finding it hard to accept what I did. Those don't sound like the words of someone who's certain about their actions. If you find fault with my accusation, Aquila, then surely you can present some evidence, not merely conjecture. Sustained. Defendant, please continue. I looked in my mirror and I saw the moment that Clara's headlights went out.
Hold it!
They just blinked out? That's right. They were on and then blink, they were off. It was dark, and with the snow falling, it was like her car vanished into darkness. It was just like her, improvisational, tactical, brilliant. I also determined to block her that I veered to the right, and bang, it must have been Clara's AG-88.
Hold it!
But I thought you said you couldn't see her. I was stunned by the sudden sound of impact for a moment, and for a moment I shut my eyes. So then how did you get around the corner? I've driven this road thousands upon thousands of times. I could probably race the whole course blind. But if you didn't see Clara's car at the moment you hit it, you seem to have gotten the wrong idea, Aquila. It was dark. Both cars were damaged. While it's true that Miss Montefiore didn't see the instant of the impact, the point is that she's convinced that it was Clara's car. Something still seems wrong about this. Moments later, Clara was dead. Oh God, what have I done? She's clearly in distress. I don't think we can learn anything from pushing her even more. Probably best to leave this part of her statement well alone. Oh, I can't just yell at her for that? Chad's practically convinced me at this point. I don't believe it for a second. I believe a little bit of conjecture is not going to cut it here. Chad's theory is compelling, and after Jocelyn changed her plea, I need something in the evidence that makes Chad's theory impossible. If I think about everything I learned about yesterday resources about the cars, yesterday about racing and about the cars, what do I know that Chad probably doesn't? Okay, so I know it's something to do with the cars. Let me look at them real quick. Okay, so oh shit, which one was just need to make sure. Which one was hers? She's clubs, so okay, so the club's car here. Okay, great. That didn't help me at all. So there's damage to the front right wing and missing the... So there's extensive damage to the front right wing and missing the front... Okay, so it got hit in the front right, which is the driver's side, but she was driving on the left side because she veered to the right. So that means she hit the passenger side with her car. So it would be impossible. Right? I know it's something to do with that, but let's see how I can actually object to it. Okay, here. So this is the one I gotta stop. She veered to the right and hit. So she had to hit from the left side, but there's no way because... Okay, let's try it.
Objection!
Jocelyn, you said you started to think about this after Chad came to you last night, correct? You said that he'd shown you compelling evidence about damage to both your Maverick and Clara's AG-88. That's right. Okay, let's stroke his ego just a bit. I have to admit, this is a clever piece of deduction. Chad, can you explain how you figured it out? With pleasure. The initial statement we received from the defendants mentioned a loud sound before they saw that Clara had crashed her car. When I visited the police impound, I noticed that Jocelyn's car had extensive damage on its passenger side. While Detective Flatfoot reports from the crash scene showing that Clara's car was damaged on its driver's side. Oh, I see. Because he wasn't up there himself. He had to get the report directly, but he didn't get the right info that the driver's side was the other side. From these facts, I deduced that Miss Montefiore had instigated the crash. There it is. Chad, can you just clarify one thing for me? Of course. You don't drive, do you? No, actually I cycle extensively or use Fudge City's public transit system. Why? You also haven't seen Clara's car yet, have you, with your own eyes? There was no need. I read Flatfoot's written report. It was comprehensive. Wait, how do you know? Your Honor, the defense would direct the court to look again at the two pieces of evidence. Jocelyn Montefiore's Maverick, damage on its passenger side, and Clara Mass's AG-88, damage on its driver's side. Oh. Of course. Wow, it's so obvious. But that would mean... Hey, what's the big idea? What are you babbling about, Aquila? Do you know what JDM means, Chad? Because I do. Your Honor, while Jocelyn's car is American, Clara's car is a Japanese domestic model, so the driver is on the right, meaning that both cars are damaged on their right-hand side. That makes it impossible for Jocelyn's car to have impacted Clara's car in the way that prosecution believes. Then what did Jocelyn hit on the road? A nocturnal animal, a piece of debris? Who cares?
Objection.
There's absolutely no proof that it was anything other than...
Objection!
The absence of evidence is not proof, Chad. She could have hit anything up there, but she couldn't have hit Clara's car. Your Honor, Jocelyn's plea was based on how a piece of evidence suggested that it was certain that she was guilty. In fact, as this evidence has been proven to be fundamentally flawed, the defense requests that she be permitted to change her plea. Order, order! I must say this has been an unusual day. But given what was just pointed out, I am inclined to agree with Miss Aquila. Miss Montefiore, do you wish to change your plea? Yes, Your Honor. I wish to plead not guilty. Well, that was quick. As I expected, the court recognizes your plea. However, Miss Hawk, this revelation no doubt has a profound effect on the prosecution's case. Did we do it? Maybe, just maybe. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that we modify the charges we have brought up against the defendants. We wish to retract the charge of murder in the first degree. Yay! Wait for the other shoe to drop. However, in its place, we wish to propose the charge of murder in the second degree. We also still press charges in the murder by reckless endangerment and involuntary manslaughter. No, that's what I thought. It is the prosecution's prerogative to remind the court these charges can still result in capital penalties for all three defendants. Why do I get the feeling that we got out of the woods only to wander into the worst part of town? Very well, Mr. Hawk. The court should explain to both benches that the biggest concern in this case is that we still lack a clear picture about what took place in the moments leading up to Clara's death. However, Miss Aquila, yes, Your Honor, be aware, I will not hesitate to sentence all the defendants equally if I feel they are colluding to diffuse their guilt. This is, in part, because the death occurred during an activity that was by definition illegal. Understood. As I am unable to render a verdict at this time, I suggest that we adjourn for today. Both benches are urged to investigate further and restate their cases. We shall reconvene the day after tomorrow. There it is. Court is adjourned. That was an intense. Immediately falls asleep. This is the end of the day. It is recommended that you save your... Yes! You're still looking at this, huh? There's gotta be something. Something I've missed. Come on, brain. Think more like Anya. Maybe if I try to talk and act like her for a bit, I think of something. What am I thinking? That's ridiculous. Still. Hey, Nina? Hey, I heard you. Aquila Defense and Law Offices, January 8th, 11:53 a.m. The Aces collective down payment is cleared for our services. You want to grab some lunch? It'd be fun to eat something other than instant ramen and week old Chinese food. Sounds good. You got something in mind? I thought maybe the Great Wave. I think you're in love with that place. Hey, what can I say? I like sushi. Besides, it's a Thursday. They have an all-you-can-eat special. Okay, you've convinced me. Come see me when you're ready to head out. Yeah. Alright, you know what? I think this is a good place to stop for now, for this episode. I wonder if there's going to be any progress in the Anya Miller case, or if... Because I know that's going to be the overarching plot. I have no idea what they're planning to do in terms of how many chapters there's going to be for this game. But I hope there's more. I hope they're planning to have the nice number 5, or maybe 4. 4 is the original game. I think it was 5 after that. But yeah. So we went to the first court case. I like the new voice lines. Those are very good. I'm very happy they finally say hold it. They don't quite say take that yet. Well, actually, I haven't had to send anything that wasn't a part of an objection yet, so maybe it does. Maybe she does yell take that, or maybe they decided that was kind of overkill. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I think we're soon going to come up to the part where we get to the minigame part of this chapter, so I'm pretty excited about that. So hopefully that'll be on the next episode. Hope you guys all have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!